Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Lance. And it's a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum has clearly shifted in their favor?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. Oh, he sheds himself free. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
If I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lance on the bootleg. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lance now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 22.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground here. Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough slide. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
York now for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Throwing again is Watson. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's complete left side to Gray.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Throwing now is Lance.
Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Lance again. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second and 6. Here's Lance. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. There he goes, left side. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on 2nd and 16. Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And Lance going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Watson. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
That was a roll. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Watson looks to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. This will be fielded inside the 5. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The York on now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun on third down, Lance taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Man, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Watson off play action. And he rifles one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
On 4th down, Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game.
And the Browns have got it on cruise control. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game. York now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the penalty, Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. They run it again with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll field this at the 5. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Lance looking to throw it.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Room here, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 53 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They find some open field here. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. First down, here's Mitchell. He's got it to the 43 here. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to get the nose. That little touch was the saw coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. And Lance now to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.